It's as simple as 3 steps. So step 1 is going to, when you enable lead magnet within the iGUIDE portal, it'll automatically create 2 views. You're going to have 2 views. One is going to be your teaser. That's going to be the public external facing view that the form is going to live on. And then you're going to have the detailed view, which is going to be shared when somebody completes the form. So you got teaser and detailed. It's as easy as that. They're both automatically created. What goes on from there? Once you've got it in place, step 2, as we have alluded to, prospects are showing, or potential buyers are showing the iGUIDE teaser view and encouraged to complete the form, requesting access for those additional visuals, which are provided in the detailed view. And the third step that your clients are going to love, leads are delivered to them directly, either via email or SMS, without them having to lift a finger. So simple, 1, 2, 3. We're happy to share that we've done a lot of the heavy lifting. It's quickly enabled, and you're up and running. But I think this will be good if we move from how it works. I'll turn it over to Andrew, and then we will move into a demonstration here.
Yes. So this here on the portal, so this is what you're going to see on the administrative side. You're most likely familiar with the options menu, which I'll show you how to navigate to. But come April 30th, you're going to notice that there's a new section which will have the lead magnet options available to you. So you'll have the show contact form, hide contact form on unbranded iGUIDE, display automatic reply, and then send SMS notifications. So this is a really exciting one as well, which we'll touch on later. But you will have this option available to you April 30th. Let's go to our front door, front foyer here. So let's say we've loaded up our iGUIDE for the first time. After X amount of time, let's refresh actually. So I've had it open for some time. You're going to get your usual display of information. You can navigate 1, 2, and you can either have it set to go after a certain amount of time, or you can manually click it up here at the very bottom after 3 clicks. Probably have to clear my cache. And you'll have this form open up here. So you'll get access to additional visuals here. So this is the pop-up that we were talking about earlier. This is where you'd fill in, or this is where the potential buyer would fill in their information here. And they can add comments or ask questions here. And this is the crucial aspect. This information is what Skylar was talking about. Your clients are going to find this highly valuable in that, any potential buyer is going to give them feedback. They're going to get it sent off to them, be it an automatic reply, or perhaps your client wants to give them a more tailored response. And all of that is collected here with a couple steps and hitting submit, and that's it. If you don't want to see it after that, you can either click on this X here and you can carry on. If you do want to bring it back up, you just click on this little chat window down here and brings it back up. So perhaps someone's navigating the tour and they've seen enough and they think, you know what, I would actually like to see more. Then that's when they can bring this up if they've chosen to hide it earlier in the virtual walkthrough. Now, we can take a look at the administrative side. Or shall we take a look at the detailed view? I think we should probably hop over to the detailed view.
Sure, we can look at the detailed view. So for everyone watching, take in the mini map on the left-hand side, visualize the hotspots and those green dots available, and then we'll go to the detailed view to show the comparison here.
Okay, so before I jump to that other view, you'll notice that there's a limited number of panels. This allows us to, navigate the basics of this property, but if we want to see more, and we'll notice, there's nothing in the garage, perhaps there's more visuals that we can see, but we don't know. So we've entered in our info. We've received our message with the link to see the more detailed view. And so we will open up that detailed view as if we were the user. And let's go back to our main floor. And so we would load up at our front foyer. And you'll notice now that there are plenty of panels. So there's a whole bunch more visuals for us to explore. We can also notice that there are outdoor panels that were not available. So if we were to toggle back to the original, we are left with, the more basic version, and now we have a more elaborate option for viewing. We can go out to the front porch, we can go out to the back area, we can see way more than was previously available.
That's really fun.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to look at the garage when you're about to buy a home, right?
Well, it depends. If you're a DIY artist, most certainly, but you know.
Well, one of the nice things too is, just to give the example of this more basic one, let's say we're looking down at the basement and we wanted to see perhaps the utility room, or there's this really unique den area. We can walk up to it and say, hey, there's something really unique going on over here, but I can't go up there. Or perhaps I wanted to take a look in this utility area. We can't see that, but in the detailed view, we can go down, we can take a look at our basement, and we can see there's actually a whole little space here in the den. Little play place for the kids.
So cute.
Or perhaps I want to see the utility area.
I mean, talk about a unique home. That's fun.
Right? Yeah, and for someone who, yeah, exactly. You see the place where you're going to visualize the kids playing, right?
Or maybe it's a place you actually go and hide from the kids. I don't know.
That is actually a great idea. I like this. Little nap zone. Yeah, so the level of detail that you can have in that secondary view really adds so much value for someone who's quite interested in purchasing the home. It's great to be able to walk through the primary version or the teaser version, but in the detailed view, you're getting so much more value add. You can enable panos outside, highlight certain areas that are very unique. Really emphasizes the unique aspects of the home.
And I think, go ahead, Char.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, if you were buying, like looking at, because you liked older homes or vintage homes, things like that, like if you hid the views and then you were showing the electrical or otherwise in the detailed views, because that's a big concern there. It just gives you more incentive to kind of double click, if you will, and look at those Easter eggs and understand what you're getting, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, even in this more basic view, in the teaser view, just looking out the window, oh, there's a nice little jacuzzi out there. I'd like to see what else is going on. And so,
good point.
Really.
But I think you've done a nice job setting up this sample, Andrew. I think it's something to just keep in mind as you operators are creating your teaser versus detailed is being a bit thoughtful with how you set up the panels you're turning off, because you do ideally want to provide enough of a hook that, the den example that we showed where somebody could see that there is something there, but not able to, explore fully and then move into the space. I think it's just a nice way, kind of an added hook within the teaser view that you're able to enable and set up.
Yeah, I think it's a really great use of the options available.
So remind us, on the back end, how do you hide panos? How do you select what you're showing, what you're not? It's all going to be done through the lens of the teaser view, is where you're going to spend your time making these adjustments. But can you remind us all how you set this up?
Yeah. So once you're in the administrative side, so you're going to be logging into manage.youriGuide.com. You're going to click on My iGuides, and you're going to select the property that you want to modify. So once you've done that, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see that you have your primary copy. Now, there are a whole lot of duplicate versions here. We're not going to worry about those. In this instance, we're going to just look at our teaser view and we're going to click Edit. Once we've done that, we're in the General Settings section. We're going to click on Edit over here. And this is where you can name, you can retitle the property if you like. You can set the expiration date here as well. But more importantly, this is where you're going to be able to enable and disable panos. So a quick way to do this is you can go to the Actions tab here, the little drop down, and you can click Hide All Panos. And then you can turn on only what you want. So if you've done that option, you've hidden all the panos, it gives you this prompt here. We click on Confirm. All the panos would be hidden. And then all we have to do is just simply zoom in, if you like, and choose the panos that you want to show. You'll notice that the ones that are in red are hidden and the ones that are green are displayed. Once you're done, hit Save, and then just give it a quick look by clicking on Preview. And that'll show you what you've done so far. And if you don't like what you've done, you can always go back to the Edit view, click on Edit again, and just turn on or disable whatever panos you like, and just follow that process until you're comfortable.
I love that. That took like a minute, not even 2 minutes, right? Like, well, it's just easy. I love that the guys on the back end, like our dev team, really thought about the user experience to make sure that wasn't complex, because you don't have to be an expert to do this. Because I think sometimes when you're learning something new, you think, oh, how difficult is it going to be? But this is just so easy. Like there's, just a few double clicks and you're off to the races.
I'll give you a very quick example once more. Just find that panel you want to hide, double click it. It's now hidden. You click Save. That's it. Super simple.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's great.
It's awesome.
All right.
Anything else on the demo you want to show on this side, Andrew? Or do we want to go? I know we've got a couple screenshots from the prospect and agent's perspective in terms of when someone fills out the form. Maybe we can highlight exactly what's going to be delivered.
So they're going to get this notification based on the information that was filled out in this form. So if I could just pull this up. So the information that's provided here, this is what is going to be sent over. And so your client would actually have all of this information. And the nice thing too is that it's going to be reminding them that this is coming from iGUIDE. So your client is really going to find extra value in that iGUIDE because they're capturing information from potential buyers. They've got useful information so they can reach out to them, and they've got their questions. So if someone's asking, is the second washing machine included in the listing, for example?
Yeah.
They can reach out to them directly, and it's more personal. And so it really adds, such a great value in that sense.
I love the fact that we're including the SMS as well. I mean, agents, as we know, they're on the go. Email's good for the record, but the fact that we can text that lead to them right away as well, and they've got all the details they need to engage them is awesome.
Exactly. And the link is included directly. So, it's super convenient. Someone gets that email or that text message, they just click on it on their phone, brings them right to that detailed view of the iGUIDE.
I think this is, something to highlight from as operators, talking to your clients and your agents. We've sent the lead info. Next steps could be, a phone call. They could do that in-person showing, but we do have the virtual showing option within the iGUIDE as well, which I think is a huge value add that some of your clients may not be familiar with or remember that we have that feature that they can share a dedicated link and they can actually walk that prospective buyer through the property through a virtual showing, which is a great feature that kind of extends beyond getting the lead.
That's an excellent point. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is agent side, and what does our potential buyer see on their end?
This would be our potential buyer. They're going to receive that email. So in this instance, Gary. So yeah, they're going to get that email link sent to them. All they have to do is click on it. It brings them to the detailed view. They can give some feedback as well to their client. But yeah, it's really simplified. All they have to do is click the link. That was the focus, is making this as easy as possible. And so once they get that info, it gives them the address so that they're reminded of what it is that they were searching. They click the link, they're brought to the detailed view, and the agent has their info so they can reach out to them.
Cool. And one point, go ahead, sir.
I was just gonna say, I mean, I'm all up in the feedback. I've already sort of mentioned that, but just I love those questions that are included there because those are great conversation starters. Like that's a great way to kind of kick things off. It's warm, it's inviting. Like if I was purchasing the house and someone reached out to that with me, in that moment, I'd totally reply and let them know if I was serious about that property, right? I mean, I can just see how this would accelerate the selling process.
Well, yeah, it goes back to the value add I was mentioning for the iGUIDE's for the operator's clients. Getting feedback on the listing price. If someone says it's too high, it's too low, they know that they're looking perhaps a different market. So it really keeps them in their communication circle without kind of just moving them on to the next property.
You're right. Tuned in. I love that.
Exactly. Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you for the detailed overview, Andrew.